We will continue with chapter number 6 of mathematics 2, which is trigonometry. We have completed the theory and we are just going through the questions more and more. We are practicing in the class and I'm asking you to solve questions on your own at home also. And we will continue that today. Please be ready with your notebooks, pens and pencils. Use pencils on the textbook and use pen on the. This is what the agenda is for the class today. We will quickly look at the entire chapter because we have completed the theory and we have completed one set of questions also. Then I will quickly show you the solutions to the questions that I had asked you to do as homework, and I had sent you the solutions last night. And after that, we will start working on the questions of problem set 6. These are the 3 things we will do. So first one is the quick revision, and where we will just look at the textbook. I'm not going to ask you any questions. We are not going to answer anything now. But if you do have any doubt, please raise your hand so that I can cover that topic again. I will share the textbook on the screen for that. I've shared the textbook. Please confirm that it is visible. Okay, thank you. So this chapter started with a revision of what we studied last year, because last year we have studied these ratios, sine, cos and tan. So that is where we started. We also looked at how sine, cos and tan are related to each other. And we looked at how sine, cos and tan are related to each other with respect to complementary angles. So this year, we studied about 3 more ratios, trigonometric ratios, which are cosec, sec, and cot. Cosec is inverse of sine, sec is inverse of cos, and cot is inverse of tan. Because they are multiplicative inverse, when we multiply sine and cosec, we get 1. Similarly, when we multiply cos and sec, we get 1. And when we multiply tan and cot, then also we get 1 only. I hope some of you read about this famous mathematician, Indian mathematician, Aryabhat. And maybe you will be able to recall that the first satellite, artificial satellite of India, also called as Aryabhat. So that satellite was named after the mathematician Aryabhat. Once we looked at more trigonometric ratios, we added to the table of values of trigonometric ratios of standard angles. So the standard angles are 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90-degree angles. And we need to know the values, values of trigonometric ratios for these particular angles. Also, remember, we don't need to know everything by heart. So if we know the first 2 rows, that should be enough. First 2 rows and first 2 columns, that is enough. 60 and 90 we can find from 30 and 45. That also we can do because they are complementary angles. Similarly, tan is the ratio of sine and cos. Cosec is inverse of sine, sec is inverse of cos, and cot is inverse of tan. So we don't need to remember everything. First 2 rows and first 3 columns, they are enough. And in many cases, if we have any angle other than 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, the value of the trigonometric ratio for that particular angle will be given in the question. We don't need to remember. Then we looked at trigonometric identities. One identity we had studied last year, which is sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. We revised that and studied 2 more identities. First one is 1 plus cot square theta equals to cosec square theta. The second one is 1 plus tan square theta equals to sec square theta. And that is the theory. That's all the theory that we need. So when we solve the questions, we recalled that questions can be solved by using Pythagoras theorem, or the questions can be solved by using the trigonometric identities. The choice is up to us depending on what type of question it is. Sometimes using Pythagoras theorem will be faster. Sometimes using identity will be faster and smaller. So we'll have to be smart about it. Both methods are correct. We have solved all these questions, multiple methods, and we were reintroduced to these show and prove type of questions, where we can go from left hand side to right hand side. We can go from right hand side to left hand side. We can also start from both sides and come to a point in the middle. If nothing works, if we are not able to solve it in any other method, then what we will do is we will say let theta or let x equals to 45 degree, then write the value of the ratios and then prove that LHS equals to RHS. These are the methods that we discussed. We solved all these questions. I've sent you all the solutions. And then we have also, in the last 2 classes, we have started solving questions related to application of trigonometry, which is finding different heights and distances using trigonometry. So the basic concepts that we revised were line of sight or line of vision, angle of elevation, and angle of depression. And when we were doing this, we also had to use parallel lines transversal concept. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So with that, we looked at example questions, and we also looked at some questions in the practice set 6.2. Okay. This is where we are. So waiting to see if you have any doubt from about any part of the theory that we have studied so far. If you have a doubt, raise your hand. I'm waiting for a minute. You can raise your hand or you can simply type the question in the chat. Once again, I'm waiting for your hands to go up or you to type your doubts. Okay. I'm happy to know that no one is having any doubt. Everyone has, that means everyone has understood. So if that is the case, can I see the thumbs up? Those who have understood something, can we move forward? Those who don't reply to any of the questions, those who don't ask doubts, those who don't say that, yes, I've understood. All I can understand from that is you haven't studied. Okay, so that was the quick revision I was referring to. I will stop the sharing for the textbook. Let us look at the solutions that I have sent you last night. I've changed the screen. Please confirm that you are able to see. Okay. So first homework question was question number 3 of practice set 6.1, where two buildings were in front of each other on the two sides of a 12-meter wide road, right? And the height of one building, the shorter building, is 10 meters. And the angle of elevation from the top of the shorter building to the top of the higher building is 60 degrees. We drew this diagram in the class, and we understood how to solve. I had not solved. I don't think I solved it completely, but you solved. You solved. So I had written the solution the way I would write. Look at this. AB is the smaller building. CD is the AD is the shorter building. CD is the higher building. BD is the road. So angle of elevation 60 degree will be angle CAE, where AE is parallel to BD, the ground. Quadrilateral ABDE will be a parallelogram, a rectangle. So AB will be equal to ED. So ED is equal to 10 meters. So half part of the height of the building we already know. We have to find the other part, that is CE. That can be found by using trigonometry, and that is what has been done here using the tan function, because this here is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. We also know the length of AE because it is also equal to BD, which is 12. So A is 12. Adjacent side, we have to find the opposite side, and that is what we have found. Some of you solved this in the class and you got this correct. If you write 12 root 3 plus 10, or if you write 10 plus 12 root 3, both are correct. Just be sure to put brackets around the entire value, mathematical value, before you write meter. Don't write meter without the brackets. If you do that, then it will become 12 root 3 is a number and then 10 meter. That will be wrong. So you put the entire value, entire length within brackets, and then put the unit as meters. Please confirm or ask questions if you have doubt. Raise your hand if you have doubt. Okay, moving on. The second question was, it is same as the first question only. I mean, question number 4 is same as question number 3 only. The only difference is now we don't have buildings. We have two poles, khambe. One is 18 meters tall, another one is 7 meters tall, and they are again at a distance of what? Do we know at what distance they are? No, we don't know. We don't know how far they are, but we know that the taller pole is of 18 meters length. The shorter pole is of 7 meters length. So using those things, we can find out. And we also know that the wire that connects the top of the two poles is 22 meters long. So using that, in the right angle triangle AEC, okay? So if this is 7, this is also 7. If this is 7, the remaining is 11. So in this triangle, we know hypotenuse, we know the opposite side, so we can find this angle. That is the question. That's the question. We don't need to know how long BD is. That is not required. Okay. So here is a question where angle is not given. We have to find the angle. Raise your hands if you have questions. If you can move forward, thumbs up, please. Yeah, still no questions. Next one is very similar to example number 5, where we had a tree which broke during a storm. When a tree breaks, so we are saying that AB was a tree and it broke at the point C, वो नीचे गिर गया. So A moved to the point D, and that point D is 20 meters from the foot of the tree, bottom of the tree. So again, we have a right angle triangle in which we know the base adjacent side, we know this angle 60 degree. Using that, we can find the length of this side, the length of this side, and when we add, we will get the entire height of the tree. So wherever there is some calculation, I could not write the entire solution on one page. I had to write it on the other page also. So this is how the solution starts, and this is how the solution ends. Here also, if you write 40 plus 20 root 3, or if you write 20 root 3 plus 40, both are correct. Just ensure that you write them, write brackets around them, and then put the unit as meter, unit of measurement. And for all these questions, realize that even if we are not able to solve the question, we can at least draw the diagram properly. For example, in this question, see how I have drawn a very simple rough diagram and how I have very simply explained what it is. I'm saying original tree is AB, point of breaking is C, top on the ground, so A has come to D. Right? So this is all given. So these things you can write just by reading the question. So if this question is say for 3 marks or 4 marks, and if you at least draw the diagram and write what have you drawn, then you will get 1 mark. You will not get a 0. Please ensure that for all the word questions, you don't get a 0. Can we move to the next question, the last question? Okay, moving to the last question, which is question number 6. And I think this was easier than question number, some of the previous questions, but it is about flying a kite. So we are saying that there is a kite which is at a height of 60 meters from the ground. So height is always perpendicular. So if A is the kite, height is AB, where BC is the ground. And it is said the string of the kite is tied to the ground. So C is where the string is tied, and it is tight. So it is straight. We have to find the length of the string. We know the angle of elevation is 60 degree. The opposite side is 60 meter long. Using simple trigonometric ratio, हमको hypotenuse पता करना. We need to find hypotenuse. We have the opposite side. So we will use the simple sine function, sine ratio to make the calculations. Remember again, if you want to leave your answer at this point, AC equals to 2 into 60 by root 3 or 120 by root 3, that is correct. 120 by root 3 is correct, but it is not beautiful because the denominator is a surd here. So to rationalize that surd, something that we studied in class 9, we multiply root 3 both to the denominator and the numerator. So this is how the calculation happens. It is absolutely not compulsory for you to write 69.2 meters. You can also write 120 by root 3 meters. You can also write that answer. Right? And as far as I know, for that answer also, you will get full marks. You will. It is up to you how beautiful you can make your answers. Any doubts? If you have doubt, raise your hand. If it is clear, thumbs up so that we can move to the next part of the session. Okay, thank you for the confirmations. So we looked at the solutions that I have sent you. Then I think we need to look at 2 more questions that are there in the textbook as examples. So let us look at that, and let me confirm that you have understood how how the solution has been done, how the questions have been solved in the textbook. So this is example number 3 on your screen, where AB is the tower on one side of the bank of a river. C is a place on the other side of the bank of the river where a person is standing. And this person is trying to find the height of this tower without even, no, height of the tower, and the person is trying to measure the width of the river without actually using the tape, without actually crossing the river, just by standing on the ground. Right? And what he does is, first he stands at the bank of the river, then that person moves backwards 50 meters. So he has different angles of elevation. When he is nearer to the tower, the angle of elevation is more, 61 degree. When he is away from the tower, away from the bank, then the angle of elevation is smaller, 35 degree. So now we have two right angle triangles, right angle triangle ABC and right angle triangle ABD. And in both cases, we can use the tan function. Now you see 61 degrees is not a standard angle, but we don't need to worry. The question very clearly says tan 61 equals to 1.8. Tan 35 equals to, the value is given, 0.7. We need not worry what it is. It's given in the question. So from the smaller triangle ABC, tan 61 is h by x. Tan 61 value is given as 1.8. So when we put that value, when we simplify, we get a linear equation in two variables. 10h equals to 18x. Similarly, if we apply the tan function, tan ratio to the other right angle triangle, now the opposite side is h and the adjacent side is total BD. BD is x plus 50. That is exactly what has been written here. Now it is given that tan 35 equals to 0.7. Now we are simplifying it, simplifying by cross multiplication. So 0.7 multiplied by x plus 50. How did we get 10h here? What we have done is, to remove this decimal, we can remove this decimal by moving this decimal point one place to the right, one place to the right. To do that, we will have to multiply 10 on the right hand side. Or if we multiply the right hand side by 10, we will have to multiply the left hand side also by 10. So 10h equals to 7. So that is why 0.7 has turned into 7. This is not trigonometry, this is arithmetic. So we have two equations. One is 10h equals to 18x, and second one is 10x equals to 7 multiplied by x plus 50. So this is another reason why we multiplied 10. We wanted to make it 10h. Now we have two linear equations in two variables, and using the substitution method, so we are taking 10h equals to 18x and putting it here. So in place of 10h, if we write 18x, then the equation becomes 18x equals to 7 into x plus 50. Now this is algebra. Again, we have long left trigonometry behind. When we take this 7x to the left hand side, it becomes 18x minus 7x, which is 11x. When we bring this 11 from left to right, 350 divided by 11, which is 31.82. So we got x, that is the width of the river. And we know from equation 1, or even before this h equals to 1.8 into x, or whichever you use, you put the value of x here and you can find the value of h. And finally, the answer written in English, 31.82 meters is the width of the river, and height of the tower is 57.28 meters. Raise your hand if you have doubt, thumbs up if it is okay, and we can move forward. Okay. The next example, which we did not discuss in the class, and I'm sure you can discuss it or you can understand on your own, is there is a girl, Roshni. Roshni is a girl. who saw an eagle. Eagle is a bird of prey. It's a shikari bird on the top of a tree. So there is a tree, on the top of it, there is an eagle. And when Roshni saw that eagle, she has to make an angle of elevation of 61. She had to make an angle of elevation of 61 degrees. So RS is the tree, the eagle is at R, and Roshni is at P. Then what happens? She wants to look at the eagle much better. So she went to the terrace. Terrace मतलब छत पे गई. पहले वो दरवाजे पे थी, at the door. Then she goes to the roof, terrace. So the roof of the house, the terrace is 4 meters high. Q पे पहुंच गई. Now because she is at a higher height, now her angle of elevation will be lesser. जैसे दूर जाने से एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन छोटा हो जाता है, वैसे ही ऊपर जाने से भी एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन will reduce. So once again we have two right angle triangles. One is the QRT, another one is PRS. And no need to worry about कि कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे. 61, 52 सब दिया हुआ है. tan 61 1.8, tan 52 1.28, tan 29 degree 0.55, tan 38 degree 0.78, सब कुछ दिया है. So question is, at what height from the ground was the eagle? मतलब tree का height क्या है? So if this part is 4, we already know that this part will also be 4. So all that is remaining to be calculated is this part. We know the angle. Okay? So we have assumed that let the house be at a distance of x meters from the tree, and we used some algebra. We used complementary angles to solve it. Simple. Look at the solution in your textbook. Ask me if you have doubt. If it is clear, show me a thumb up. If you have a doubt, ask by raising your hand. Tell me where exactly your doubt is. ये अपने आप से होना चाहिए ना बेटा, आपको ये होमवर्क मिला था. अगर आपका होमवर्क पूरा नहीं है और अगर आपका डाउट भी कुछ नहीं है, तो उसका कारण एक ही हो सकता है कि हमको जितनी पढ़ाई करनी चाहिए हमने नहीं की, और कोई कारण हो ही नहीं सकता. अगर आपको सचमुच डाउट नहीं है, अगर आपको सब कुछ समझ में आ गया, तो आप सब कुछ सॉल्व भी कर लेते, लेकिन वो नहीं हुआ. तो क्यों आप ऐसा कर रहे हैं तो मुझे नहीं पता. Is it okay? Can we move? If you are ready to move, thumbs up. Okay. So example number 5 is again the tree breaking down. So there is nothing to explain here. It's the same as question number 5 of practice set 6. So once again, for your own health, for your own knowledge, for your own skill, so that you do well in the exam, so that you learn something, you are well prepared for life, at least have the culture, at least have the discipline of trying to complete. If that trying is not there, then completion will be far, far, far away. How are you using your textbook? How are you using your guides? I'm closing the textbook. Going back to the presentation. Presentation is shared. Please confirm if you are able to see. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. So let us try answer these questions. If you want to use the textbook, you can use, but you should not look at the answer. Try on your own and write it in the notebook. Take a picture of your page and send me, and write as if you are writing for exam. How will you answer these questions if these are in your board exam? Don't write in a hurry. Don't write as if you are doing some rough work. Write it as good as well as you can. All the MCQ questions. This is question number 1. There are 4 parts. In your board exam, whether it is Maths 1 or Maths 2, question number 1, part A, will have 4 multiple choice questions. Each will be for 1 mark. Write it in your notebook. Take a picture and send it to me on WhatsApp. Aman received your answers. Checking. Okay, thank you for sending. Your answers are correct, but that's not how we need to write for the board exam. But all your answers are correct. Anushka, got your answers? Checking. Anushka, see what's the small mistake you have done in part 3? All your answers are correct, Anushka. And you have written so much. You have written much more than what is required. But again, something that has to be written, you have also missed it, just like Aman. Good, Karthik. Chan, this is not how we will write. Once again, your answers are correct, but this is not how we will write. There is a way to write. Very good, Prachi. All correct. And you have also written a lot more than what is actually needed, just like Anushka. But unlike Anushka, you have written it properly. Activita, your answers are correct, but not how we need to write. Khadija, same feedback as I uh, told Prachi. Be careful. Don't let us not write what is not required. Huh? I'm going to write it on the screen. Pay attention to the screen. Sine theta into cosec theta equals to 1. We really don't need to show anything, right? So the shortest answer will look like this. That's it. And of course, there will be a question number. So question number 1, part 1, answer will be A1. Now, if you are really keen to write why it has happened, so you will write sine theta into cosec theta equals to sine theta by sine theta equals to 1. But this is not required. This is enough. This is so simple that we don't need to write anything. We can just write A1. Similarly, question number 1, part 2, cosec 45 degree, we can directly write B root 2. This is so fundamental question. We don't need to write why it has become root 2. 1 plus tan square theta. This is directly from an identity. So you don't need to don't need to prove how that happened, what the identity is. You can directly write C sec square theta. Finally, 4. We don't need to draw any diagram, nothing. Just we have to write A angle of elevation. If you have written something more than that, good. But these answers should be there. A1, B root 2, C sec square theta, and A angle of elevation. These 4 things should be written exactly like this. We cannot write 1A root 2B sec square theta C. No, not acceptable. We need the option number and we need the option in that order. Any doubt about how to write? Ask if you have a doubt. If it is clear, thumbs up. And yes, this is the only way to write. There are no other ways. This is the only way to write. Anything else? The person who will be checking your paper, because this will be the first question that you will answer in the exam. If this is not written properly, the easiest question, then you are not making a good impression. So write this properly. Can we move to the next question? Okay, moving to the next question. First, I'll clear the screen. Then moving to the next question. Question number 2, 3, and 4 of problem set 6 are of the same type. One trigonometric value of one trigonometric ratio is given, and values of some other trigonometric function of ratios are asked. Now, the first question, before you even start answering, tell me which method will you use? Will you use Pythagoras theorem or will you use identity? First, answer that. Prachi is saying we will use identity. If you look at question number 2, it very clearly says we have to use identity. Usme to koi, we don't have a choice there. Did you see? It says trigonometric identities. But if you look at question number 3, it says it does not say which method. So what method will you use for question number 3? What method will we use? Very good, Chak. Yes. For question number 3, we should use Pythagoras theorem, because we have to calculate multiple ratios. And if we have to calculate multiple ratios, it is much faster if we find the lengths of the 3 sides and then find the values of the ratios. Okay. So try in the class right now for question number 3. Find the value of sine theta using Pythagoras theorem in your notebooks. You are trying to find the value of sine theta for question number 3 using Pythagoras theorem. Find the value, take a picture, send it to me. Here in this question, we will have to find the value of sine theta, cos theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Prachi, got your answer? Checking. Something is missing from your answer, Prachi. Your answer is mathematically absolutely correct. Something is missing to make it the perfect answer. Can you tell me in the chat what is missing? Your values are correct, but something is missing. First, you tell me what is missing, then I will tell you what is not right with the answer. यही होगा बेटा, अगर हम रोज रोज पढ़ाई नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि हमने हिस्टोरिकली कम पढ़ाई की है, पहले से बहुत पढ़ाई छूटी हुई है, इसीलिए अगर हम रोज रोज पढ़ाई नहीं करेंगे, रोज रोज बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं करेंगे, तो ये पढ़ाई कभी हमारी पूरी होगी ही नहीं. Prachi, first thing that is missing from your answer is the diagram. Khadija, you have written the diagram. Good. You have drawn the diagram. And both of you, Prachi and Khadija, both of you have done the same mistake, which will not be acceptable to any mathematics teacher. You have solved it the way you have solved it. You can't do that. Look at the textbook. See what you have done. What is wrong? Page number 128, example number 1. Prachi and Khadija, look at method 2. See what you have missed. Is anyone else trying? Chan, Chanda, Aman, Anushka, Alfia, Aarti Bania, Ankit, Rahul, Tushar, Shubham Yadav, Shiv, Saif, Muskan and Sania, Karthik. For question number 3, What is given is tan theta equals to 2, and it is asking us to find the values of other trigonometric ratios. I said in the class right now, try find the value of sine theta using Pythagoras theorem. So the minimum things that must be there in your answer are a diagram, so we have a right angle triangle ABC with right angle at B. We need to show the theta, so say angle C is theta. Now since it is given as tan theta equals to 2, we will say that the opposite side is 2x. 2 is 2 by 1, and the adjacent side is x or 1x. What we cannot do, what we cannot do is we will say that AB equals to 2. This is wrong. We cannot say that BC equals to 1. It is wrong. The ratio of AB and BC is 2:1. AB can be 4 and BC can be 2. AB can be 6 and BC can be 3. From here, we will calculate AC as square root of 2x plus square of x. 4x square plus x square equals to square root of 5x square equals to square root of 5 into x. Once we have it, any trigonometric function can now be found. So sine theta will be 2x by root 5x, which is 2 by root 5. Prachi, Khadija, what you have done without using x, that is mathematically wrong. And I really want to understand how you missed that. Can you please confirm that you understand why it is wrong? We can't. Okay, thank you. We cannot say that. What we cannot say that AB equals to 2 and BC equals to 1. That is mathematically wrong. आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में भी, हमारे टेक्स्ट बुक में भी वो नहीं दिया है. Let's not do that. Others, does it make sense? Anushka, I have received your answer. See, you have done, you are missing x's. Sometimes you have the x, sometimes you are missing the x. Anushka, don't be in a hurry. Chanda, your answer is correct. So those who have sent the answers, I have checked, and it's a reminder, it's a stark reminder. There is a difference between absolute value and ratio. Let us not confuse between them. Can we try another question before we close the class? Okay. Now let us try another question, which is not of this type, but a prove or show type. Prove or show type. This question number 5, part 4. Question number 5, part 4. First, tell me from where will you start? Which side do you want to start from? Look at the question. Think about it. Connect it with various identities that we know. First, tell me what identities will you use. Then we will try to understand which side should we start from. Which identities will we use? What are the terms? Cot square, tan square, cosec square, sec square. What identities will we use? Refer to the textbook. It's fine if you don't remember the identity, but tell me what identities will be used. You think we should use cot square, tan square, cosec square, sec square. We only know of 3 identities. Shall I tell you the answer? I cannot read your silence. Okay, Anushka. Yes, that is the kind of identity we need to use. What Anushka said is this. She remembered that 1 plus cot square theta equals to cosec square theta. Similarly, the other identity is 1 plus tan square theta equals to sec square theta. Why do we use the, why do I think we will use these identities is, see, cot square, tan square, cosec square, sec square. That is why I think we will need to use these identities. Can you confirm if this logic makes sense? Okay. Now the next question is, which strategy will we use? Shall we go from left hand side to right hand side, or right hand side to left hand side? What do we do? Prachi, are you saying we will start from left hand side? I think that is what you are saying. Okay. Chanda is saying left hand side to right hand side. Anushka is saying left hand side to right hand side. No, I completely disagree with all those answers. And my reason is simple. My reason is, on the right hand side we have cosec square, and I have cosec square in the identity. On the right hand side I have sec square, and in the identity I have the sec square, right? So why will I not start from right? Because if I start from left hand side, I have only cot square. Where is the 1? If I start from left hand side, I have tan square. Where is the 1? So for me, I think it will be easy for me to start from the right hand side. Think about it and tell me if you agree, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Think. If you don't agree, show me a thumb down. If you agree, show me a thumb up. No response. I don't know what to read from it. Is no response? I don't know. Okay. Let us try solve it in multiple ways, and you tell me which is easier, which is not easier. Okay. I will do it my way. You will do it your way. So I will start from RHS. It is cosec square theta minus sec square theta. I know cosec square theta is 1 plus cot square theta. Sec square theta is 1 plus tan square theta. So 1 plus tan square theta. When I simplify this, 1 plus cot square theta minus 1 minus tan square theta. This is simple algebra. So now we have 1 minus 1, 0. What is left is cot square theta minus minus tan square theta, which is our LHS. Proved. Now, if I start from the left hand side, cot square theta minus tan square theta. Now, what I will have to do here is I will have to write in place of cot square theta, I will have to write cosec square theta minus 1. If it is easier for you, please go ahead and do it. In place of tan square theta, I have to think that it is sec square theta minus 1. So now this becomes cosec square theta minus 1 minus sec square theta plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. We are left with cosec square theta minus sec square theta. Proved. Both require 3 steps. But when we start from LHS, we have to do some mental mathematics, which I don't have to do when I'm moving from right hand side to left hand side. Now see, think and tell me which is easier. Will you do it my way or will you do it your way? Both are correct. Waiting for your confirmations. कौन से तरीके से करोगे? Left hand side to right hand side. Now Chand agrees. We should go from right hand side to left hand side. Both take equal amount of time. Both take equal amount of writing. So before we start solving, let us use some time. Let us spend some time in understanding, thinking, and then we start solving the questions. It is 10:05, 10:08 already. So we will stop the session. Just let me tell you what your homework will be. I will clear the screen to explain it clearly. What you are going to do as homework is question number 1, 2, 3, 4. You will complete this. Right? You will complete this. Then you will try question number 5 all the way to the last question. If you do this, if you complete and if you try, when you come to the class tomorrow, we will be in a much better position to solve together. That is it. Thank you.